All right, y'all. As I said, I'm here in the campus of Texas Southern University, and earlier today, Black Votes Matter. They actually were on campus. They brought their bus, which has been traveling all across the country, mainly in the South, to help students get to the polls. And, of course, this is one of their hoodies. Y'all know normally I don't like hoodies, but this is one of their hoodies. That video here, of course, we shot earlier. Also, the students from the Texas Southern University School of Communications were working with me as well, and so they shot some of that video as well. And all right, folks, back to our Roland Unfiltered video in just one moment. Hey, folks, if you're looking for a hot new investment opportunity, I have two things I want you to think about: illegal marijuana and crowdfunding. Now, you just let that sink in for a second. Our friends at Transatlantic Real Estate have created a unique opportunity for everyday investors like you to get in the game for a minimum of $300 or $10,000, 50 grand, or even $100,000. You can get in where you want to fit in. Now, typically, it takes millions, if not billions, to invest in the legal marijuana industry, and it can be pretty risky trying to establish market share. However, Transatlantic Real Estate is taking a different approach. They buy the land that supports marijuana grow operations and lease it to licensed, high-paying tenants. Now, imagine being a landlord to a licensed marijuana farm. With the prospects of further legalization and changing public perceptions about marijuana, some investors could end up making serious money over the next several years. The best part is they are using crowdfunding so you can get in now before they take the company public. If you want to find out more, go to marijuanastock.org. That's marijuanastock.org to get in now. Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video. Of course, that's the students getting off the bus, entering the polling location. They, of course, were taking students back and forth all day to the polling location, which was located about a mile or so away. I still don't understand. Well, first of all, I understand because we're living in a state run by Republicans, why you don't have an early voting location on the TSU campus, considering how close you are to so many people here. And so it makes no sense whatsoever. The same thing happened when I was at North Carolina A&T on Sunday. Same thing. Those students had to actually march 2 miles away just to vote. And so we caught up with some of these students and shared their thoughts on why voting is important.
I believe it's important to vote because our ancestors, they died for this right for us to vote. And I just feel like it's a slap in their face when I hear other young African Americans saying that, you know, our vote doesn't matter. It matters. So that's why I think it's important to vote, just to pay homage to our ancestors.
Basically, to pick out what she said, it's definitely a huge slap in our face to our ancestors, grandmothers, grandfathers that wasn't allowed the right to vote, wasn't allowed certain privileges that we're allowed today. Also, I just feel like especially this certain election is very important because this certain election, it affects us directly as the people. We got to make sure we get the right people in office to make sure that things are handled right, especially in the White House, and just try to do the best we can to make the country better.
And I think it's important for us to vote, especially right now, because these elections are what's going to affect us in the community instead of like the presidential election, which is going to affect us as a whole, as like a city. So what we're doing right now is going to affect us, what we're doing in the community and our surrounding areas.
Good afternoon. My name is Marcus Nash. I'm a junior here at Texas Southern University, majoring in education. I feel that it's important to exercise your vote because when you vote, you're planning the future for your unborn kids, and also you're electing the people that's governing everything that surrounds you, from state to local to the executive level. And I feel like it is very important for you to exercise that vote.
Hi, my name is Kelsey Eggleston. I'm the aquatics director, and I believe that it's important to vote not only to be an example for my students and my staff, but also to exercise my right to stand up for the things that I believe in.
Hey, what are we going to do? Vote! Who are we?